You've been eating your salads, whole grains. You cut the candy. You're doing the right things. So why is the tingling getting worse? I want you to sit with a question for just a second. What if some of the food you've been eating, foods you thought were helping you, are actually working against your nerves? I know that sounds unfair, maybe even frustrating, but this is one of the most important things I can show you. There is a big difference between eating healthy and eating nerve healthy. Today, I'm going to show you 5 specific foods that can secretly make neuropathy worse. And for every single one, I'm going to give you a simple swap. Something you can start this week. This is your prescription. Let's get into it. First, I want you to understand why this happens. Your nerves are the most energy-hungry tissue in your entire body, including your brain. They need a constant supply of blood flow, like water through a garden hose, to bring them oxygen and nutrients. That blood flow is how your nerves stay alive, how they repair themselves, how they send clear signals to your feet and other parts of your body. When that hose gets kinked from inflammation, from poor circulation, from swelling in the tissue around the nerve, the nutrients can't get through. Now, here's the key. Some foods cause inflammation in your body. Some foods tighten blood vessels. Some foods actually block the vitamins your nerves need to repair themselves. And the tricky part? Some of these foods have a healthy reputation. They're on the label of things marketed as good for you. But for someone dealing with neuropathy, they are quietly working against you. Let's go through them one at a time. Food number 1. Whole grain bread and most breakfast cereals. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking, but Dr. Fetterman, my doctor told me to eat more whole grains. Here's the nuance that doesn't make it into the food pyramid. Whole grains are better than white bread for most people. That part is true, but for someone with neuropathy, especially if blood sugar is part of your picture, the problem isn't just white versus whole grain. The problem is the blood sugar spike. Even whole grain bread can send your blood sugar up very quickly. And as we just talked about, those blood sugar spikes are what caramelizes your nerve fibers, a little at a time, every day. The swap. Try sourdough bread instead, or legume-based wraps. Sourdough is fermented. That fermentation process slows down how fast the sugar gets into your blood. It's one of the best breads for people with blood sugar concerns. Or, even better, swap the bread for a small serving of lentils or chickpeas at that meal. They digest slowly. They feed your gut bacteria, and they don't spike blood sugar the same way. Same satisfaction, much kinder to your nerves. Food number 2, seed oils. This includes soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, and sunflower oil. These are in almost everything processed. Salad dressings, crackers, frozen meals, even some healthy snack bars. Here's the problem. These oils are very high in something called omega-6 fatty acids. Your body needs some omega-6, but most of us are getting way too much. And too much omega-6 triggers a chain reaction that causes inflammation throughout the body. Remember the kinked toes? Inflammation is what does the kinking. It swells the tissue around the nerves. It reduces blood flow. It makes the symptoms worse. The swap is simple. Cook with olive oil or avocado oil instead. Both are high in omega-9 fatty acids, which are actually anti-inflammatory. They help keep the hose open. They reduce swelling around the nerve, and real extra virgin olive oil, not the blended stuff, is one of the most research-backed foods for protecting nerve tissue. For salad dressings, make your own. Olive oil, lemon juice, a pinch of salt. 2 ingredients, 30 seconds. And it's doing the opposite of what store-bought dressing does to your nerves. Food number 3 is going to surprise some of you. Fruit juice. Even the 100% natural kind. No added sugar on the label. But Dr. Fetterman, it's fruit. How can fruit be bad? Here's the difference. When you eat a whole piece of fruit, an orange, an apple, you also eat the fiber. That fiber slows down how fast the sugar gets absorbed. Your blood sugar rises gradually. Your body handles it. But when you juice that fruit, you strip the fiber away. What's left is essentially liquid sugar. Even if it's natural sugar, it hits your bloodstream fast, and fast blood sugar means more caramelizing, more nerve coating, more damage. Here's the swap. Eat the whole fruit instead of drinking the juice. Or if you want to drink with your meals, try sparkling water with a slice of lemon or lime. It feels like a treat. It doesn't spike your blood sugar. And the citrus gives your body a small dose of vitamin C, which helps with nerve tissue repair. If you're not ready to give up juice completely, cut it half and half with water to start, then cut it again. Each step matters. Food number 4 is actually a supplement, and this one is critical for anyone watching this channel. High-dose vitamin B6. Now I know B vitamins are supposed to help nerves, and at low doses they do. B6 helps nerve function. B12 helps them repair. But here's the dangerous flip side that most people don't know. High doses of B6, anything over 50 milligrams per day, taken long-term, can actually cause neuropathy or make existing neuropathy much worse. This is called B6 toxicity neuropathy, and it's more common than most people realize because B6 is hiding in a lot of over-the-counter supplements and energy drinks. Sometimes in the amount that looks small on the label but can add up quickly across multiple products. If you are taking a B complex, a multivitamin, or an energy supplement, I want you to go get the bottle after this video. Look at how much B6 you're getting per day. If it's over 25 milligrams, talk to your doctor. The swap, choose a B complex with no more than 10 milligrams of B6 and make sure it includes the methyl forms of B12 and B9, methylcobalamin for B12, methylfolate for B9. These forms are absorbed and used much better for your body. They're worth the extra step to find. Food number 5, most processed protein bars and meal replacement shakes. These are marketed as health foods. Athletes eat them. Doctors sometimes recommend them. They're convenient. I get it. But look at the ingredient of most protein bars. You'll find sugar alcohols like sorbitol and maltitol. You'll find artificial sweeteners. You'll find a long list of additives your body doesn't quite recognize. Now, sugar alcohols don't spike blood sugar the way regular sugar does. That part is true. But here's what you do. They do cause significant gut irritation in many people. And here's why that matters specifically for neuropathy. Your gut and your nervous system talk to each other constantly, all day, every day. We'll go much deeper on this in a future video, but the short version is this. An irritated gut triggers an irritated nervous system. If you're eating protein bars every day and your gut feels off, bloated, gassy, uncomfortable, your neuropathy symptoms may be worse because of it. Here's the swap. Real food protein, a hard-boiled egg, a small handful of walnuts and a piece of real cheese, canned wild salmon on a rice cake, cottage cheese with some berries. These are real proteins with real nutrients, no additives, no gut irritation. They take an extra 2 minutes to prepare and they do your nerves a genuine favor. Now, I've been telling you what to take away. Let me end by telling you what to add. Because your nerves aren't just damaged by the wrong foods, they are built by the right ones. Here are the 3 nutrients your nerves need most right now. Number 1, omega-3 fatty acids, found in wild salmon, sardines, walnuts, and flaxseed. Omega-3s reduce inflammation. They help unkink the hose. They reduce the swelling around the nerve so blood flow and nutrients can get back through. 2 servings of fatty fish per week is a great starting point. Not farmed, wild caught when you can find it. Number 2, magnesium, found in dark leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, and black beans. Magnesium helps nerves send signals properly. Think of it as the oil in the engine. Without it, everything runs rough. Many people with neuropathy are low in magnesium and don't even know it. A simple blood test can check your level. Ask your doctor at your next visit. Number 3, alpha lipoic acid, or ALA. This is a powerful antioxidant that specifically protects nerve cells from damage. It's found in small amounts in spinach and broccoli. For people with significant neuropathy, research supports a supplement dose of 300 to 600 milligrams per day. This one has a strong clinical backing specifically for diabetic neuropathy. Again, bring this to your doctor before starting. Your nerves are built one meal at a time. These 3 nutrients are the building materials. Start adding them, one at a time if you need to. Let's put it all together. 5 swaps you can start this week. Whole grain bread, switch out for sourdough or legumes. Seed oils, switch to olive oil or avocado oil. Fruit juice, switch to whole fruit or lemon water. High dose B6, low dose methylated B complex. Processed protein bars, switch it to real food protein. These aren't huge changes, but they are meaningful ones, and for your nerves, they add up. Now, if you watch this and your mind went straight to blood sugar, that's not a coincidence. Blood sugar and what you eat are two sides of the same coin. I have a full video on exactly how blood sugar damages your nerves stage by stage and your 3-part protocol to stop it. Watch that next. I'll put it right here. And if today gave you something you didn't know before, subscribe. Every week, I bring you one more piece of your nerve health prescription. No scare tactics, just science you can actually use. Your nerves are talking to you. Now you know how to listen. I'm Dr. Andy Fetterman. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below, and I can bring you more content like this. I'll see you in the next one.